today we are solving the most common career limiting habit, the silent spectator syndrome. We have all been there at some point of time. You are in a meeting, you have a brilliant idea, but you hesitate. You wonder, is this the right time? Or what if I sound stupid? And by the time you decide to speak, the conversation has moved on. And you have a lot of things to say that you end up not saying. And you leave that meeting feeling invisible. And your manager walks out of that meeting thinking that you did not give your 100%. No matter how much work you had done, what all you had gone through to come to this point, but the time when you decide to stay silent during a meeting, everything ends there. And after that, no matter what you do, how hard you try, your manager will not see you. For them, you are invisible. But today, we are going to change it. So, if you are ready to stop being the person who just listens and start being the person who leads the discussion, hit that like button. And if you're new to this channel and you have not subscribed to us yet, please go ahead and do that. And let's get few likes in next 15 minutes so that YouTube would know that we mean business here. And uh, this way we will be, both of us will be able to help other professionals who are struggling with this right now, and meetings anxiety and everything. We'll take care of it. Okay. And type silent in the chat if you often have great ideas but keep them to yourself in the meeting, or speak if you are ready to learn how to structure your thoughts and command the room. Yes, you can do that, and it's not that difficult. The fact is, the problem is not your intelligence. You can be technically brilliant and still face this problem. So it has got nothing to do with the fact whether you're smart, you're not smart. Everyone, even smartest of all people, can face this problem, and someone who is not smart at all can actually cover it up. So it has got nothing to do with the fact that how brilliant you are. And for this, the reason is your brain is overwhelmed by the speed of the meeting, and you are trying to find those perfect sentences that practically does not exist. And while everyone else is just talking, you're sitting there and you know that you have something to say, and this will make a difference, but you don't have that kind of structure, and you freeze. And when you freeze, you become a silent task executor, someone who does the work but never gets the credit, never gets recognition. Your manager never knows you by your name, or even if he does, he doesn't care about you. And this happens way too often, and we have to get out of it. The thing is, when you stay silent, you are signaling to leadership that you are not ready for more responsibility. And it does not matter how hard you work behind those scenes. The corporate world is built on verbal evidence. If they don't hear your voice, you don't exist, no matter how hard you try. And yes, you will not exist in their plan for the next promotion also. So this is how much this being silent in the meeting would cost you. So we really need to work on it. But the question is, how do you do that? How to fix this problem? For that, you need to stop trying to be perfect. There is no need to be perfect, and start being structured. Communication presence is not about having the biggest vocabulary, the best vocabulary. It's about having a simple framework that allows you to speak on command. If you achieve that, you're good. So, when you use a framework, you remove anxiety and you don't have to think of what to say. You just fill in the blanks. That is how you transform from a spectator into a strategic contributor. And it is the fastest way to signal to your manager that you are ready for the next level. Okay, and before we jump into our live lab, let's lock in your growth. Okay, so if you are ready to speak with authority, take 1 second to subscribe to the Fluent Edge. Uh, I really would appreciate it if you would hit that bell icon. And as far as we are concerned, we teach the high level communication strategies that most of your colleagues are strong secretly using to get ahead, but they're not telling you. To speak up on command, there are three frameworks that you need to keep in mind. Okay, the first one is the headline approach. Start with your main point first, then explain why. You don't have to build up, just like, you don't have to do it. For example, I recommend we shift our strategy to X, and the reason is that's it. No need to give too much explanation. Though that explanation actually kills the whole idea. And second, the connect to previous method. So when you're nervous, use someone else's point to start your own. I'll give you an example. Building on what Rama said, I would also like to add. That's it. And it takes the pressure off you to have the first word because Rama already has done that. And third, the concise pause. If you lose your train of thought, it happens to everyone. Do not say, okay, stop, breathe. Then say, let me rephrase that for clarity. It sounds confident and not confused at all. So now let's practice. If your manager asks, what do you think about the new project timeline? Don't say, I think it's okay, I think it's great, maybe a bit fast. That sounds like you don't have an opinion. Instead, use the headline framework. Say that I believe the timeline is aggressive but achievable, provided we reallocate resources from the secondary module. I have seen this work before in our last project. That's it. And you sound like as if you know the entire world. You don't have to know the entire world. You just have to say the right things. And see how it sounds. You sound like a leader. So now it's your turn. If someone asks for your opinion on a project in a meeting, how would you respond using the headline approach? Type your responses in the chat and we will discuss it live. Let's see what all you have to say. Okay. Seems like none of you have thought of it as yet, and that's perfectly all right. We can do it next time. But I will still give you some homework, okay? But before that, always remember your silence is costing you your career and your growth. You don't need to be the loudest person in the room. You just need to be the most structured one. That's it. Once you achieve it, you're good. Like I said, I will give you homework for tonight. In your next meeting, force yourself to use the connect to previous method at least once and share this link with a colleague who stays silent in meetings. And subscribe to Fluent Edge if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. Stay confident and stay irreplaceable. Good night. Oh, someone sent me a message. Okay, let me just read that. Yes, Siddharth, being structured matters. You have to um, build your sentence, you have to phrase your sentence in such a way that you sound as if you know everything, even if you have to fake it. Please do that. In meetings, fake it till you make it. You would have to agree with me, right, Siddharth? Cool then, guys. It was nice to talk to you, and I will see you soon. Good night. Bye.